What is up, everyone? Baseball podcast with MLB Stars is finally back. Took a little bit of a break, wasn't a whole lot to talk about. But anyway, I have potential Cy Young Award winner for this year, Shane Bieber, with me today. And I've got some interesting things to talk about. So, first off, the Indians just wrapped up a series with the Cardinals, and it was a crazy series. And so anyway, top of the first, in the first game of the series, the Indians struck Daniel Ponce de Leon for 4 runs, and he doesn't have a win through his first 16 big league starts. With I feel very bad for him. He just got sent down to. I'm hoping that he can get his first win soon, but the Indians had a very good inning. Franmil Reyes pounced on a 3-run homer that inning. Next inning, they were looking pretty good. They had Cesar Hernandez at third and Jose Ramirez at first with Francisco Lindor up to bat, nobody out. Lindor smacks a ground ball to Colton Wong. Colton Wong, instead of going for the double play, comes home with the ball and catches Cesar Hernandez in a rundown. Jose Ramirez, seeing that Hernandez is likely to get out, goes from second and then tries to go to third. However, Cesar Hernandez starts coming back to third base, and Ramirez thinks he's going to try to get back safely into third base. Now, Ramirez should have just slid in there, made sure that they're at least going to have 1 run there, but he didn't. He started going back to second. Cesar Hernandez was tagged out, so yeah, it's a really crazy play. Then, running from first to second was Francisco Lindor, who then made Jose Ramirez feel the need to stop 2 feet away from second base to tell Lindor to go back to first. And then Yadier Molina just flipped the ball to Colton Wong, now ironically, and Wong applied the tag and got Ramirez out before he could get back safely to second base. So Lindor is able to make it safely back to first base. But now they have 2 outs with a man on first, and no runs added in the inning. And then Carlos Santana comes up and smacks a 2-run home run. And I was just laughing so much. That's one of baseball's examples of how it can just be such a fun sport, and it's just so funny sometimes the way things play out. The Indians would end up winning 14-2, a really big win for them. And it was just a very fun game. And so yeah, they were feeling pretty good going into the second game of the series. Jose Ramirez would hit a solo home run in the first inning, and no runs would be scored until Matt Carpenter hit an RBI single in the 7th, and that was all that was scored at the end of the first 9 innings. So, the game went to extra innings. Of course, in extra innings there will be a runner that starts on second base, and the Indians could not score their man. The Cardinals came pretty close. Their runner was Dexter Fowler. He got all the way to third, so they had runners on first and third with 1 out in the bottom of the 10th inning. So all they have to do is score Fowler, game over. Pinch hitter rookie Daniel Carlson comes up to the plate, and on a 2-2 pitch, he smacks a slicing line drive down the left field line. Greg Allen tears off as fast as he can, and Greg Allen can fly, and he runs all the way into foul territory, and it looks as though he's going to catch the ball and allow Dexter Fowler to tag up and score, and it looks like he's about to make a really blundered-headed mistake. However, at the last second when the ball goes into his glove, he's able to throw it out, and it is later ruled no catch, and he slides in, crashes into the wall, hurt his knee a little, but he was able to stay in the game, fortunately. So the Indians caught a big break there. Otherwise, the game would have been over. I was paralyzed with fear. I saw Allen run over. I was like, "What are you doing?" But he was able to recognize his mistake at the last second and drop the ball right before he would have been ruled to have possession. And later in the inning, with the bases loaded, the Indians were able to get out of it. So Indians were still alive. The Cardinals ended up loading them up, but they did not score any runs. So the Indians go on to the 11th, don't score again. Cardinals don't score either. To start the inning, Paul Goldschmidt hit a long fly to center. Delano Shields went racing back, reached over his head and caught the ball, and Paul DeYoung was caught midway between second and third thinking, I'm not so sure what he was thinking, because I think he was thinking that Delano Shields wasn't going to catch it, but I would have stayed on second because chances are he probably would have been able to score anyway because it went all the way to the warning track. But he was not able to tag then, so the Indians are still alive. They escaped the 11th. In the 12th, the Indians were finally able to plate their man on second as Tyler Naquan drove home pinch runner Mike Freeman with a double, but that was all that the Indians could score, so they had a 1-run lead for the Cardinals. Yadier Molina started on second. Dexter Fowler grounded him over to third, and then the crazy play happened. Matt Carpenter, who had driven in the only run for the Cardinals of the game, hit a ground ball to first. Santana fielded it, stepped on first, and Yadier Molina, who thought the ball was foul, was caught right dead in the middle of third base and home plate. Santana trotted over a little ways with Molina putting his hands up saying, I thought it's foul. But it was not foul, and you can't review the play anyway, but it was shown to, it wasn't foul anyway. It stayed fair. It was just Molina thought that it was foul. And they caught him in a run, ironically, and tagged him out to end the game, which was absolutely incredible. That's like craziest way to end a game, and a lot of crazy base running blunders in the series so far. And the next game, the Indians weren't able to complete the sweep. They lost 7-2. Still an incredible series that the Indians were able to win, and they're looking like one of the best teams in baseball. And just earlier today, the Indians made a wild trade. So Mike Clevinger has been traded to the San Diego Padres, along with Greg Allen and a player to be named later. So at first I saw that, because I just saw the headline, Clevinger and Greg Allen traded to Padres, and I was like, oh no, that's terrible. Then I look at who the Indians are getting. They're getting Cal Quantrill, who can help out in the bullpen, Josh Naylor, who can play all sorts of different positions and could be a really helpful hand, Austin Hedges, who Roberto Perez just hasn't been very good, and Sandy Leon and Bo Taylor have been even worse. So I'm glad to see that they're getting another catcher. They got 3 more minor league prospects. Gabriel Arias, Joey Cantillo is a really big prospect, and Owen Miller, all very good prospects. So in the end, I'm not too upset about this trade. I mean, I'm going to miss Clevinger, but I'll take it. That's a lot of returns for the Indians, and they also, I know that they've dealt with the Padres a bit before, so I think they're pretty good friends with the management. In 2018, it was most notably Brad Miller and Adam Simber to the Indians, and Francisco Mejia to the Padres. In 2019, that was the 3-team trade with the Reds that the Indians traded Trevor Bauer to the Reds, but they got Franmil Reyes and Yasiel Puig most notably in return, and Logan Allen. So honestly, I'm thinking that this trade will work out for the Indians. They've got a lot of really good young players, and I'm with more of a veteran in Austin Hedges. And I'm thinking that this is a pretty good trade, and I'm pretty happy with the trade. And so anyway, I'll be keeping you guys posted. Not too many more big trades. And like Jonathan Villar just went to the Blue Jays, and I think Jason Castro went to the Angels. But I'll keep you guys posted. Probably going to have another video coming soon, as it is at the trade deadline, and there's going to probably be a lot more fun trades later today. Probably by the time you're seeing this, trade deadline will probably be over. But I should be making another video on the trade deadline soon. And thank you all for watching, everyone.